let me check Twitch. Twitch should be showing us live.
There you go.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Cool. All right, we are getting set up to get started. Yep, it looks like, let me test the sound on here and make sure we're coming through. I think, all right, yep.
I think you're on.
Sounds good. That sounds good. Good morning, everybody. Stephen Burns here on the Digital Creativity channel. We're basically, today is our Blender / Lightwave discussions. We're back again with David Glenn. He's with us. I got some really cool stuff to share with everybody today as well. I figured I would do create something in Blender. You know, liquor glasses where you kind of, you kind of wet the rim of it and then you stick it into a vat of salt. You have the salt crystals all around the rim of the glass.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
know what you're talking about. I think
that's what I'm gonna do today.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's gonna be fun. Good morning, Essence. Good morning. Let's see. Let's if anybody wants to jump on and share anything, I'm going to grab the link now real fast. Okay, I just got it copied. And I'm going to type in here to share live. All right, and let's see that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong comments thing. There we go. So to share live, your comment StreamYard. Where's my comment? Oh, I'm sorry. I typed it in the wrong box. I typed it as a direct message to David Glenn rather than to the audience. All right, let's do this right. To share live, put it on there. Let's give it to our wonderful audience.
And I see it.
Now they can see it. Yes. I can't do the Yoda voice. I have a friend of mine used to do it so well. Okay, cool. All right, so want to share live. There's the link there. David, welcome back.
Hello.
And let's see. I'm probably gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna come in afterwards, and we're gonna share some really cool, really cool tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what were you going to share today, just to kind of get an idea?
Well, the only thing I have to share right now is, starting last night, I started in on a lesson in procedural. I also call it procedural graphics.
Okay.
Blender calls it graphics nodes.
Okay. Yes.
I have it up on the screen or on the queue for you if you want to.
I've already started sharing your.
And I don't know much about what's going on here yet because, like I said, I just started this last night. But this was a lesson that was. Let's see who's doing this. It's on YouTube. And the guy calls himself MTR Animation is the creator of this particular one.
Okay.
And
so just to, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No problem.
Just to let everybody know, I've created a YouTube channel just for all the broadcasts that we do. So when Glenn is done, I'll pull that up, share that with everybody. So all the broadcasts are being recorded. So today's recording will go onto our YouTube channel automatically. In addition, I'm sending out every broadcast to the mailing list. So everybody who's signed up on our mailing list will get the broadcast for free every Mondays or Tuesdays, one of the 2 days. And sometimes I get busy on Mondays and and then I'll send it out on Tuesdays. But usually the following week, you'll get today's broadcast. So just FYI. Okay, Glenn, go ahead, take it away.
So anyway, what I'm doing right now is, well, in the end, it's going to be a set of wings. They're almost going to look like angel wings, or feather or bird wings. I haven't gotten too far on it so far. All I've done is what is referred to as the armature here, which let me grab this and bring it over. It looks like that's basically it's basically a spline, and you can go in here and I got a little value set here. You can go in here and you can mess with the spline, and it looks like a what a bird would do when they tuck in and retract the their wings, or at least half of it. And some of this is, this wing is set up in 3 parts, and 3 parts, and they make up 3 segments of the wing. And let me also try it while I'm thinking of it. Right here. I'm going to tear this apart a little bit and put this over here. That's basically the structure of it. I'll try to bring this. Let me bring this out and zoom in on this. Make it more visible to the public. And I'm able to, oops, a little too far. Able to do a retract wing and bring it out. And let me go over here and grab this, put it to curve, grab this, put it over here. We straighten the, there's a point where I connect the curve and link all the curves together. So the values affect the rotation of the spline here, and here in this thing called the one on the one on the base is generated by this transform geometry, and the next segment is generated by the instance of points.
All right, so these are geometry nodes, all 3 here.
Right.
So the idea is to animate something along that spline.
Yes.
Using geometry.
In the end, it's supposed to let's see. Put this to here and put this to here, and this I think associates all objects, just model objects, and I have a set of target model objects here that they have. This guy created a simple wing, which I used at first, but I got a little more powerful computer, so I can get away using this feather here, and this basically a row of feathers, and I'll be able to further down the lesson, what I'll be able to do is multiply the feathers and bend the feathers, the direction of the feathers, and make them more like that, more natural, and then come up with basically a little structure right around here, which I will, that I will populate with these feathers right here. And so if we all remember our aeronautics and our wing in the in physics and the dynamics of the wings, that there's supposed to be a larger spot here and some feathers over over here, and they make up sort of like the head of the wing, and the which narrows and narrows and ends in a point over here. Well, later on down the line, when I get through this, I'll be able to add those pieces to this wing. But for now, all it does, I've only been on this like less than an hour or so. Right now, all it does is just it retracts and pretty soon and extends out, and pretty soon I'll have it flapping as well, so you can animate a flap in it. And I hope to use this, and I want to recreate all the wings because these were borrowed. This was this is part of the these were borrowed for the class, and these were made for the class, the online the YouTube class, and I want to create my own set of wings, and then I could like on my characters, I can give some of my characters wings, and some of my and some of my demon characters, some of the foes in there, I want to definitely give them some dark wings, some sort of like demon wings, or as my friend calls them, Celebi wings, and succubus wings. That's it, succubus wings, and that will be part of the evil AI or overlord for the game that I'm working on. And so this all kind of has purpose in the end. And this was probably not the easiest class for me to take as my very first lesson in procedural graphics, but it is definitely the results, if you get it right, are really quite cool. And right now I'm really thrilled with the fact that I got this thing in cycles right now, and despite the fact that cycles takes up so much of my computer resources to generate stuff in here, still it's working pretty well.
Very cool.
And that I've been doing that. I've been studying. I got a new tablet to play with. I've been trying to get.
What type of tablet did you get? What type of tablet?
I didn't get a very expensive one because of my budget. It's called a One by Wallacom. It's $50. It's a $50. It doesn't have a screen. I don't have the budget. If anybody wants to fork me over $200, $300, $400, I can get myself an X Pen maybe. And
XP Pen small is not that expensive.
That's what I say. $200. Well, $200 is a lot in my budget at the moment.
Oh, I'm going to look it up on Amazon real quick, just out of curiosity. Amazon XP Pen. So that is XP Pen is cheap actually. XP Pen is under the $100 range. SenseLab is the more expensive one. SynthLab and XP Pen is the same company. The XP Pen is considered for more the kids, and then the SynthLab is more along the lines of the Wacom professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So
the nice thing I like about this Wacom that I got is, this is designed for students.
Right.
This is actually designed with students in mind, and it has a pin on it, a wand with it that doesn't require batteries, which I find kind of nice. And unlike the X Pen that I have,
so you have an XP Pen then?
No, this is a Wacom.
Okay, yeah, XP Pen is $59.
Yeah. So same for the Wacom. This is a $59 competition to the XP Pen.
Right. And if you want a monitor like that connects to your laptop that you draw and paint on, like Wacom Cintiq is $242 for XP Pen.
Yeah. $242. I just bought a monitor for $250. That's what you're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Is that
it's come down in price.
And this one here is, I got this one on sale. That's why I hopped on it. And it's a little lower resolution. The screens that I used to have on this thing were 4K screens when I had money. Huh. And now I'm on, momentarily, I'm on I wouldn't call it a fixed income. I'd call it because I am seeking work. I'm basically I'm freelancing, which means my income comes in when I get clients.
All right. Well,
so
don't let me take away from your presentation there. Go on and keep. We're getting sidetracked, but yeah, Buster X66 says, his work. He uses an XP Pen and it works fantastic.
Oh, I have one in storage, but that storage right now is about 3,000 miles away from me.
Oh, okay.
It's sitting in a warehouse. It's sitting in it's sitting in an RV warehouse in Ridgecrest, California.
All right.
Along with half of everything else I own in life.
All right. So what are you going to do with this thing?
For the presentation, this is about it. Unfortunately.
I mean, does it move? Does it dance? Does it sing?
All it does right now is this little thing. And that's about it. I'll highlight it so people can see it. Right now, this is it. All that, all this stuff here, all this stuff in the bottom here is for control. There's a bit of math going on here and over here, which regulates how this thing pops in and out as a unit. There's a system, I think. Where is it?
You got to zoom in a little.
One of these things. I think it's it's resample curve. It's way out here.
Right.
And this one here is designed to actually link these together.
Gotcha.
It resamples it so it links all this together. And and of course you got a thing here, it's set to NURBS right now.
Right.
And for a spline type. And right out here, believe it or not, this is the setup to hook up the feathers to this spline. And right here is, the feather types. If I went into here and let's see, I took that away and choose another feather type. And I was like, I'll go on to this. And that's yet another feather type. And I don't know, he hasn't explained what these are in the lesson yet. But this is the objects goes into the instance, aligning the points, and there's another control that which is kind of next in the list, which I got to add to multiply or divide the amount of, or add or subtract the amount of feathers that is appearing in the thing. And there's another routine that controls the size and the position of the feathers. And I have yet to do that. So there's a lot I still have to do. Plus there's the object around the top that itself gets populated by feathers that represents the bone. Actually represents the bone of the wing. And the bones that are in the wing. And I have yet to create that. So that's about all I got to show you. Other than
it's a basic kind of a templated workflow for doing a possible wing.
Yeah, because I can add, I can. Oh darn it! Let me get myself straightened out here. Hit the right button. Right over here, I got. That's easier to look at. Right over here, I got, these were a set of sample wings. This is the basic wing that they had. These are for the cutting edge of the wing is right here. I have no idea what this is. This is probably the smaller feather. And there's a few other things. There's a file that which had all these on there, and I just copied them over to this Blender file that is what I've been plucking it over and just taking things from his online lessons. And this is just basically what I've where I went to. And I think if went over here and I had it held, I think I was, I don't think I'm even more than 8 minutes into the video, into the lesson. There's a lot more to this.
Interesting.
But I was busy last night. Last night talking to my friend in Atlanta, so we're shooting the breeze on things. He's giving me advice now that now that we have a new administration and some of the actions that he's taking, he's advising me on how to adjust me filling out applications and represent myself accordingly. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, we won't get into politics.
Definitely not going to get into politics.
We're here to have fun. We're not going to talk about politics. That was the thing I had to when I first started these the Facebook channels is that people wanted to jump on and start talking about politics. I just banned instantly.
Yeah.
No warning. It's just instant ban. It stopped it very, very quickly.
I won't get into all the federal jobs I applied for that are now gone
Yeah. Well,
because that's
it,
where basically where I've been trying to focus on.
it'll teach you how to become more independent.
Yeah,
And run your own business, and not.
that's about what it's going to boil down to.
Yeah.
Of course, out here in Washington State, they have the SNAP program. Now, you were talking to me about possibly talking about questions about AI because
I've got that today.
Okay, I'll
Today
stick around for that.
as well, AI as well as geometry nodes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably do the geometry nodes first and the AI afterwards. That'll be kind of fun.
So that's about all I got.
That's it. Okay. All right. So then I tell you what. I will share my screen. I suppose you can leave your screen alone, and I'll just simply will just share my screen and just put yours in the background, just in case you want to come on and share anything else. I'm going to share my entire screen. Okay. So there. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's do this again. That's it. Share screen, share entire screen. And I want to share that one and share. Cool. All right. So everybody should be able to see my Blender program.
Yep.
We're going to be doing some geometry nodes today. I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. Go to new, general, and did everybody see? Hey, let me go and bring this on over real quick. Adobe has done something recently that I should share. And I put it on the Facebook right here. There's some Substance Painter download limit changes where they give you access to everything now.
That's news to me.
Right. So what I'll do is, I tell you what, I will copy and paste my Facebook page here. I also put this onto the Blender 3D page if I remember correctly. So let me go there real quick, and I'll give you guys the link directly there. That's where I want you guys to go. The Blender 3D user group. That's our official page, and there we go. And I believe I did. There it is, right there. All right. So I'm going to copy and paste this link into the chat box for everybody's convenience. There we go. All right.
Yeah, let's read those over.
Yeah,
I got Substance.
Yeah, Substance is wonderful. I mean, basically, it's going to be your standard texturing program for all things 3D. It literally is Photoshop for 3D. And I do have a class coming up in Substance as well. 5-week class in Substance Painter and Blender.
Probably one of the things I probably should have showed up is maybe the result that I have from the. But you know, I also published it, and I put a link on Facebook.
Right.
About but right now right now it doesn't do very much. A friend of mine found me a recording of the old Amiga. He's a big Amiga fan, and he found a video of what they call the Amiga Bong or the Amiga Boing, I think what it is, and I put that inside the screen of my main character.
Okay.
And I also did some color tests. I'm looking for the skin of it, trying to narrow down the skin of the for the character, something that I could change colors either through changing UV maps or the color in UV maps or what from whatever methodology I can come up to. So one of the things about the game is since I have such a very simple geometry in the game, almost out of almost deliberately, because
All right.
I designed the character around specifically around uh, procedural procedural shaders,
All right.
because that's a big study end on me, both from the Blender perspective and also in the game engine perspective.
Right. Well,
And
let me get started. Let's talk about that in a little bit. Let me get
okay,
started on the tutorial.
okay,
But hold that thought. Hold that
I
thought.
will.
Okay. All right. So welcome again, everybody. We got a really fun one today, and welcome. Let me see who's all here. Ace Hoffman, great to see you there. Buster X66, great to see you. David Glenn's here, of course. Essence is here. X Exitium, I guess. Exitium. Welcome. Graphics Studio, welcome. Parsons 2018, welcome. So if anybody wants to share once again, I'm going to let me put this here temporarily. I'm going to put the invite link to come directly on the StreamYard real quick. And let's go ahead. There she is. And there it is right there. Okay, so it's inside your chat box inside of Twitch. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. All right, we got some fun stuff we're going to do. We're going to work with geometry nodes, first of all. Then afterwards, we're going to talk about some of the AI tools for plugins for Blender that's out there that's also very, very cool, or AI interfaces to build models, text to model, text to image, all that stuff. So they're getting better. They're not completely there yet. You still have to have skills in modeling. I believe, in my opinion, you always will be. The people who are going to succeed in the 3D industry are going to be the people who know their stuff, not the people using prompts. There will be a place for people using prompts, but I don't think that's going to be the most valuable. All right, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to build a glass, a nice, let me go ahead and enlarge this here a little bit, extra large. We're going to build a glass. I'm going to get a nice little wine glass. And you know where, you have certain drinks where you put like salt crystals around the edges of your glass? We're going to build the glass and we're going to make that happen using geometry nodes. It's going to be a real fun one. So, chat in the box, ask questions, keep me engaged. David Glenn will as well, and he'll be here. And let's have some fun with this. And I'm going to go to my front view, orthographic view in Blender real quick. That's number one on the numeric side of my keyboard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a reference image. This one right here. Just drag it on over. And now that's my reference image. I'm currently, let's bring this up here and just minimize it. I'm currently, if a Z key, I'm in solid mode. And of course, we can see the color because it's a reference image. It's not a 3D object. So I'm going to line this up a little bit. So let's go over and pull this on up. So this is going to be right above my the plane there, the x-axis or the world coordinate plane. And I'm going to get in a little close. Let's see how close. There's the blue line. It's going to be hard to see for you guys, but I'm going to drag this so that blue z-axis line is going to divide to the glass pretty much directly in half, like so. I'm eyeing it here. Get as close as I can. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I bring that back. I'm going to take this image and bring down this opacity a little bit. So by clicking on it, come over here to the image data symbol, and then come over to the right-hand side where it says opacity, and make sure you also check perspective. I don't know why that's not on by default in Blender. It should be. So check that so that when I go to perspective mode, the reference image doesn't disappear on me. I'm gonna go over here to opacity, and we're gonna take it down to half the opacity. There we go. So that way we can see through it, right, a little bit, and what we're doing. All right. All right. So from here, we're gonna build this glass. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I'm gonna do it more the traditional way, and drinking some water here to kind of keep hydrated. I could use curves to create this outline and then revolve it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to use an object. So Shift A. I'm going to go to my mesh and I'm going to tell it to grab the circle. Okay. As you can see, we got a circle right down there. That's going to serve as the base of my glass. Okay. I'm going to go hit the one orthographic view once again. I will hit the period key to kind of zoom into my circle. Let's match the size of the bottom of my glass here. And if I want to be more accurate, I suppose I can just bring this on up and kind of get as close as I can. Now I hit the S key for scale and then pull it on down and get that right. Now, if you notice, it's a little bit off in terms of the alignment for the glass. So what I will do is come over to the object, click on it, and I'm going to just, let's see, I want to see where that circle is real quick. Yeah, I want to move the glass just slightly to the right, just slightly. So grab this, just a slight move like that. Okay, let's take a look at it now. Let's probably move it a little bit more to the right. Click on it. Take a look at it again. Because the circles is in perfect orientation. There we go. That's probably close enough. That's close enough. It can probably move a teensy bit more, actually. So I'm going to be a little anal about this here. Grab it and just see right there. That works. I think that'll work. Let's go grab the circle again. Getting close. Take a look at it. And yeah, that's right on. That's right on. Okay, cool. That works perfect. Now I'm gonna target the reference image and I'm gonna lock it down so I don't accidentally move it. I'm going to rename the circle wine glass. Go ahead and stay organized now. Okay. All right, that's going to work. All right, now let's go into the circle, tab key, edit mode. There's my little circle there. Perfect. Matching the dimensions of my glass. And we're going to get this, when we're done, it's going to look exactly like the graphic image that we have back here. I'm going to go over here, hit the 2 key for the edge mode, hit the F key to fill it in. So now this becomes a nice solid face. Go to 3 keys. So I'm in my face editing mode. I'm going to go back to my orthographic view. And we're going to hit the E key and come on up and begin building. So what I want to do here is go to X-ray mode, which is my Alt-Z. Okay, now I can see the image behind it. Hit the E key, bring it on up, right about up to the top of where that glass is going to subside in terms of the tapering. Once I get to here, hit the S key for scale, and we're going to scale it in again, matching what I'm seeing visually on the glass. Okay, so this is where we're going so far. All right, hit the 1 key again. All right, so we got a couple more extrudes to make here because we want to make this curve eventually. So E key, bring it on up right about to the center of where that curve tapers to, right about there. S key, scale it on in. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, and maybe S key again, pull it out just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to do it again. So E key to there. I'm just going to come in slightly again, something like this. That looks good. All right. Now bring it on up. It looks like it's a straight line all the way up to right about in here somewhere. So E key. Let me go back and get the tip of this. And X-ray mode is important because whatever I select here, all right, it's going to cut through all the points to actually select it. All right, go to my move tool right up here. Go to my front face view, pull this on down so I can see what I'm doing overall. And E key, pull it on up. And I'm thinking right about there will work. Okay. Period key, getting close. Get it right about there. S key, scale it out. All right. I think that's going to work pretty good. And we got a couple more extrusions to do. One's going to go right to the middle of where the curve, the center of this curve here. So E key, extrude it out right about there. S key, pull it on out. That's all we need to do. And E key, go to here, because we want to take it right to these points over to here. S key, scale it out. All right, and then I think I'm going to pull that down just about right about there. Okay, at this point, E key, take it straight on up. E key, extrude out again. And once again, go to right where that is going to end, right about there. Looking at my reference, honoring my reference, S key, pull that on in. Okay. All right, pull it on down about there, right? Okay, so now we need another one. E key, extrude it out right to the center. E key, extrude again. Right where the curve, I think, is kind of going to subside right about there. And pull that on out. Okay, we're almost there. All right, let's take this up. And I'm thinking probably, let's go back to my orthographic view again. E key, pull it on up, right about there. And pull it on out. So I'm following the curves. Actually, I want to go down a little bit more. I'm too high. The curve actually ends right about in here. All right, so I'm going to just pull it on down. There we go. That's better. Pull it on down right about there. And then S key to match that angle. There we go. That's all we want. Let's go ahead and keep working. E key, pull it on up. Now I want to go to the center of this nice long curve. So I'm looking at the curves, where they begin and where they subside, and then where the middle is going to be. So I'm assessing that it's beginning right about here, separating from this initial curve back here. Starts here, the center's there, and the other side is going to be right above. So hit the S key, pull it on out. Okay, E key, pull it on up. It's going to subside probably right about there. And let's S key do that again. Okay. We want a boxy. No details, no details, no details. Keep it very, very simple. E key. Let's bring it on up. Right about the center of that curve. You got another curve coming this way, right? We did this one over here. A line right down the middle of that curve, dividing it in the middle. We have another curve over here, and I'm putting a line to divide that in the middle. So S key to there, and let's end this thing. E key straight on up. S key, pull it out just slightly. Okay. Okay, we got our glass. Okay. All right. So next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and get the whole thing shaped. Let's go back to my front view. And I'm going to turn off X-ray mode. And now we're going to smooth it all out. So it's going to match exactly the graphic that I have in the background. So checking questions. I don't see any questions. Okay. I guess everybody's just kind of watching it. Okay, go to my front view here, and let's go ahead and add a modifier. We're going to come over here, and this is the beautiful thing about Blender, is this non-destructive workflow. Subdivision surfaces there. I'm going to go up to 3 levels of view. It's a standard. Even in Lightwave, that's its standard level of view. And now it's showing me the actual cage that I began with, in addition to the actual curve. It's visually in the way, the actual cage. So I'm going to come up over here to the modifier, and that triangle with the 3 dots there, click it. So now we're seeing only the curved shape, and I'm going to just match it. Okay. So go to the number 2 key on the keyboard, double click it. And in fact, I'm also going to double click this edge loop here. So I'm grabbing the entire loop all the way around the glass. Okay. And I will go back to my front view here, my number 1 key. Let me save this because in case something happens.